For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Well, hello there. Paul Dingeman here. Nice to see you again. We are coming along almost to the end of February. Lots of great things going on in the Blue Water area as we approach that wonderful thing called spring. We'll be there shortly. Just hang in there. We've had a good, successful Valentine's Day, and we've had other great things. So now let's proceed with some events that are coming up. One is involving A Beautiful Me, and we're going to say hello to a friend by the name of Stacy Faulkner. Welcome back to the Focus program.
Thank you.
And she brought along Stephanie Smith, a new member of A Beautiful Me. Nice to meet you both.
Nice to meet you.
See you. Meet you. When is the new Bloom 88.3 event with A Beautiful Me?
Well, I work for Power 88.3,
Right.
and Stephanie is representing A Beautiful Me today.
Right.
And for its fourth year, can you believe that?
No, I can't.
This year will be our fourth annual Power 88.3's Bloom with A Beautiful Me, Friday, March 4th.
How did it start?
You know, it started with just a conversation. It was, me and my boss and a few other ladies in a room together and talking about a need for an event or a need for a movement in our community to encourage our local teenage girls. The whole focus of this event is a fun night out. We want them to have fun. Otherwise, why would you come?
Right.
But it's a powerful fun night out for them to be reminded of their true beauty, their self-worth, and that they matter.
It's a very difficult time in their lives, middle school. Pretty much it's the middle school group, isn't it?
It is, but it's starting earlier.
Starting earlier?
As early as second, third grade. I have a niece who's in second grade, and she's bringing home, these conversations to me that I'm like,
Wow.
wow, they're already
Second grade.
They're already going through difficult things like bullying and am I pretty enough? All of these doubts and these lies, really, they're lies that the world tells young girls and everybody, but specifically with the focus of young girls. And we want them to change their thinking and be reminded of the truth.
Stephanie, you've joined A Beautiful Me recently. Karen Polka has had the group for quite a long time.
Right.
What is your function with Karen?
So I came on board because I saw kind of what she was doing in girls' lives and the workshops that were taking place. And I too, I've always thought if they had this when I was younger, would some of my life choices or decisions been different? So I've seen the full circle with this program helping our young girls, and I'm impressed with it, and I want to keep working
Great.
for that.
Okay, this year's event is the 4th annual, and what's the date on it again?
It's Friday, March 4th.
Friday, March 4th. You brought some pictures along, and John will throw those up.
Yep.
This is last year's event.
Yep, it's a collection of last year and the year before, some really great shots of the crowd and just what they can expect.
Okay, here we go. What's this one?
This is a teen girl. I actually know her pretty well. Her name is Macy. She's a senior this year, but that was taken last year. One of the cool things we do in the lobby is they take a photo of themselves in front of like an image that says "I am," and they get to fill in the blank. I am,
Great.
I am awesome. I am
awesome.
beautiful. I am talented. I am smart. I am funny. Whatever that is to them, because it gets them to think about that positive thing.
Okay, what's the next one, John? Oh, they're having fun there.
That was a really cool moment last year. Chelsea Henyon spoke. She's a youth pastor at Colonial Woods Missionary Church in Port
Very
Huron.
active place.
Yes, and she gave a challenge to the girls, and what that was, whatever it is that they were believing about themselves, that was stopping them from being who they truly are, they were to write it down and then rip it up. And then at that point, what you're seeing is them throwing it in the air and getting rid of it.
All right.
So it was just a cool moment.
Oh, I like that. That. Next one, John.
That was our artist last year. Her name was V. Rose, a great artist that we play on Power 88.3, which is every year we bring an artist from Power 88.3 to be a part of it. That's just one of the elements, is to just bring in that musical guest.
Because the kids love the music.
Yep. Yeah, again, this is just looks like some fist pumps. I believe this was at the very beginning. Started off with a dance party. What a way to start out.
Right. And one more, I think, John.
Yep.
Well, this is your That's the logo, but I think there's a picture at the beginning with Karen on it on the stage.
It's very possible, yep.
That's all right.
Yep.
But let's go to, John, if you'll switch over to her website, we can see the Power 88.3 website. I think that's it there. Walk us through that one, John.
Well, this is actually what you're looking at right now is our very first Bloom website.
Okay.
The Bloom website was created in part thanks
It's
to...
up in the corner, John, up in the other tab. Looking at it.
It's okay.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay, now you can go down that website. Go ahead.
Well, thanks to the St. Clair County Community Foundation, YAC, they provided a grant for us. And what that was to help us expand our reach and our resources to have a website for this event.
Up here is, go back up just a little bit, John. Nope, you passed it. The entertainer this year is?
Yep, that's Cherie.
And talk to me about her.
Cherie is from Chicago. And she is just, a huge advocate for youth. She's been in the lives of teens. She loves speaking to teens, and a lot of her music is geared towards just things that teenagers are dealing with. So really excited to bring her in. She's not a very well-known artist, but maybe after Bloom, you never know.
You never know, never know. Okay, and there's you.
Yep.
Great picture of you.
Yep, I'm excited to speak this year.
Oh, you're going to speak too?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. Is that the first time for you?
Not ever, but at Bloom, yes. Usually I'm singing, but this year I'm going to be handing that off to somebody else, and I'll be speaking.
Great. And up at the top, this is your website. Give us the address this we're watching.
Yep, it's thebloomevent.com. And that's where you can find all the details specifically on our Bloom event. And there'll be other resources following that just to kind of keep girls encouraged and things like that.
Is there a cost to this?
There is.
What's that?
$10. We try.
$10?
Yeah, we try really hard to keep it low
But it
because
is
we want
low.
them to come.
Right.
And so you can get tickets right at thebloomevent.com.
And Stephanie, what will you be doing on this day?
I will be organizing and assisting with volunteers. So all of our volunteers that have so graciously offered to give their time, I will be coordinating.
She does a great job doing that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to have you
Yeah.
on.
Well.
Have we missed anything?
I don't think we've missed anything, but just, if you have middle or high school girls in your life, in your home, make sure they're there. There's not events like this around. And so take an opportunity to get your girls, maybe your grandchild, there so that they can hear a positive message. There's not a lot of positive stuff going on in the world. They need to hear it.
Really?
Yeah, if you haven't noticed.
I'm so barraged with political
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
And people lying, and today there was one about the Pope arguing with Trump, and I went, we are at the end of the world.
Wow.
Yep. So let's hear something positive.
Right.
Let's get it out there, and we're going to do that at Bloom this year.
Always a pleasure seeing you, dear.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. We'll have you back. And we'll be back in just a second with some fiddlers. Talk to you about that as soon as we get back. Thank you very much, and we are back, and we're back with Dr. Rebecca Brown. Very nice to meet you. I've heard things about you over the years, and it's a pleasure to finally have you here on the Focus set.
Nice to be
You
here.
are from an organization which has been around for a number of years in the Blue Water area called School for Strings, not School of Strings, and we've been amiss in not having you here for a long, long time. I've been thinking about it, and I'm glad that we finally got together. You are coming to St. Mary's Catholic Church for a performance to raise money for a trip we're going to talk about in a minute. This coming Sunday, February the 28th at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And the beautiful church, beautiful sound acoustics in there. Talk to me about the School for Strings. How did it get started?
Well, the School for Strings started as a result of a grant from the Community Foundation in the year 2000.
Great organization.
At that time, there had never been a trained violin teacher anywhere in the thumb of Michigan. So a grant was given, and they did an international search, actually, and I was brought here to start the program.
Wow, where were you before?
Scotland.
You were living in Scotland?
In Edinburgh, Scotland, yes.
It was an international search.
Yes.
Wow. So go ahead.
Well, so then a group of community people started a board of directors, and created a nonprofit organization, the School for Strings. So we offer lessons in violin, viola, cello, double bass. We have a music theory program and an orchestra training program. We have a really advanced program, probably plays at least as well as any professional orchestra you find in this area of our more advanced students. And we do jazz and fiddling and all kinds of classical music, solo recitals. We give probably about 35 to 40 performances every year.
Really? Wonderful.
We stay pretty busy.
Yes. How many students would you have in a normal year? Round figure.
35.
That's a good number for at least one teacher. I mean, you get
Well,
more
we
than
do
that.
have another teacher, a part-time teacher, Mr. Sander Castellari.
Okay. And where do you practice? Where do they rehearse?
We have a building which is at 9th and Lapeer, and then it really only works for our smaller classes and individual lessons. So we give our larger classes right now at Faith Lutheran Church in Port Huron. And our concerts are given in various, mostly churches, but different places around the community.
Obviously, if you've been around since 2000, you've had some success. You've been around quite a long time. It's been growing. I saw you on the March of Dimes broadcast recently, and it looked like everybody was having fun and they were enjoying the music.
We play there just about every year.
Do you? And that was a mixed group of young people and middle high school.
That was representative of our Fiddle Club, which it actually comes from our theory program. And that's the group that is performing at on the 28th.
Oh,
the
at
students
St.
of our Fiddle Club. So we do have students as young as 7 who play a few pieces with us, but the Fiddle Club has a very large repertoire, and for this program on the 28th, we're playing pretty fast-paced, lively music. The youngest students won't be performing with us that day.
What is the difference between the School for Strings and the School for Strings Fiddle Club?
Well, none. The School for Strings has all these individual lessons and orchestras. The Fiddle Club just comes from our musicianship program, and most of the students do participate once they're able to play a little bit.
Okay.
So that's why it's really no different at all.
Okay. Do you coordinate with, say, the St. Clair's, the Symphony up in Port Huron? Do you?
No, we're completely separate from
Completely
that.
separate. But have some of your students gone on to play in those kinds of venues?
Well, actually, about 75% of our graduates leave us and study music in their universities. Unfortunately, when they graduate, they don't come back to Port Huron.
Right.
So we have no...
They go to Edinburgh.
Well, they move all over the country.
Right.
But,
There's a young lady by the name of Margot Rood who went to St. Clair High School for the first 2 years. Then she went on to Interlochen. She's a soprano. And then she went to the University of Michigan, and now she's living in Boston and traveling in the United States as an operatic singer. And again, it's wonderful to capture that so young and be able to mold it and shape it, isn't it?
So, actually, well, a student who's going to be performing with us today, or for you today, started with me when she was in kindergarten.
Oh, wonderful.
So I see them for years and years and years because she's just finished her associate's degree at SC4. So that's a lot of years of being very close
Your
to a
second
particular
mom.
student.
Second mom. Well, you led into that very well. Natalie Main Guy and Billy Bostwick are along, and they're going to perform for us, and then we'll talk to them and come back and talk to you. So let's take a little short break here and set it up for the two violinists. Is that pronounce it right? Natalie Main Guy and Billy Bostwick. Just a second. Well, we are on our other set, and we are glad to have Natalie Main Guy and Billy Bostwick. Is that right? Bostic. Okay, I'll be all right. Natalie, talk to me about violin and why you like it.
It's something I love. It's something I've done for a long time. Like Dr. Brown said, I started when I was in kindergarten. I'll be turning 21 this year, so basically I've been playing my entire life, and it's something that I've just grown to love and enjoy and express myself through.
What kind of music do you like the best?
I like playing the classical music, jazz, and fiddling. The Fiddle Club itself has been a really large part of my life, so I do enjoy all the music that we usually play.
Very good. And Billy, how old are you and where are you from?
I'm 16 and I'm from right here in St. Clair.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And how long have you been playing violin?
Since I was 6 or 7. It's
And,
been,
and why did you pick the violin? Why not a bass drum?
but it's
Smaller?
Oh, yeah.
Did your parents, are they involved in the violins?
No.
It was just something that you found yourself.
No, they definitely.
They talked you into it or
Yeah.
showed it to you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you two play a song, and then we'll come back and talk some more, okay? Have fun. What are you going to play for us?
We're going to play an old American tune called Red Wing.
All right. Hey, how about a little applause from the crowd, from the noise here? Hey, we even got applause in the audience from the camera crew. Okay, Red Wing's an old American song.
Yep.
What else you want to play for us?
We have another kind of fiddle tune. It's called Blackberry Blossom.
Is that an American classic
It is.
too?
Yep, it is.
Okay, very good. Let's hear it. Applause again. Here we go. What a crew here. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you guys are going to be performing at St. Mary's Catholic Church, February the 28th at Sunday afternoon, 3 o'clock. What kind of repertoire are you going to have? What kind of music?
Now that one is going to be a mostly Celtic show. So pieces.
Appropriate for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I guess so. So we'll be doing our Celtic sets then, and then we'll have a couple vocal pieces as well.
Okay. Will you be featured in any songs, or you just be with the group?
There will be some solos with some of the senior members of our fiddle club, and yeah, it'll be a lot of
fun stuff.
Yeah.
Why would you encourage a young person, male or female, to become involved with fiddling or violins?
I mean, fiddling especially is very creative. It's a creative instrument, but music in general I think is an important part of developing as a person, developing, just in life. It helps with your creativity, with your thought, with interacting with other people. So if you can pick up an instrument, even teach yourself or get into some lessons, it's pretty beneficial.
Well, we have a famous guy in St. Clair who's a theater director, Mr. Eberhardt. And whenever I have any of the actors, I always ask them what their opinion of Mr. Eberhardt is. So what about Dr. Brown?
Dr. Brown's great. She has been like a second mother to me. She's helped me figure out everything, not just musically, but through life. She's been there, and she's like that with all of her students. I know she's given a lot to the community as well as everybody in the program.
And have you had no other teacher besides Dr. Brown?
For a little while, I was taught by Miss Burdick. She's no longer at the school, but Dr. Brown is a great teacher.
She's a great teacher.
Phenomenal.
Well, that's a recommendation for you if you're a parent and you want your child to meet a good teacher. Dr. Brown is that person. We're going to go back to the other set and talk to Dr. Brown in just a second. Well, Dr. Brown, you've got some good accolades there from a couple of your prize students, but it's a labor of love, I know, to work with young people. I know it from around here, and it's so exciting to see when they grow and go on to other things.
Oh,
Talk
yes.
to me some more about your teaching.
Well, I work with each child or each student because not all of my students are children.
Right.
I mean, we start some adults too, but everyone is different. So at the School for Strings, we don't have a method that we teach. I studied music pedagogy at the PhD level, and so I have studied just about every method there could possibly be for teaching violin. And with every student, do whatever is necessary for that student. When they're younger, I think everybody gets to play a little bit of every style because the youngest kids don't really know all the styles, much less to have a preference. But then as they grow older and they have a preference in a particular direction, then we help them go in that direction, whether it's classical or jazz or bluegrass, whatever they'd like to do, then we take them there.
Beautiful, beautiful. How do people get a hold of you if they want to send their child to the School for Strings?
The best thing to do is to go to our website, www.schoolforstrings.net, and right there you can hit a Contact the School for Strings button and you can send an email directly to me. We do have a telephone, 810-987-9219,
Okay.
and they can call and leave a message, and mostly it's going to be a message because I'm teaching and I can't answer the phone. So.
Is there a time of year when classes start, or is it 12 months a year ongoing?
Anyone can start any time of the year, but if we start groups, then we start in September, and most of our new students start in September, but we have people all year long.
Okay. Let's go back to this performance, which is just around the corner, Sunday, February the 28th, 3 o'clock, St. Mary's Catholic Church on 6th Street in St. Clair. How many performers will be working
I
in
think we
this?
should probably have about 20 students in
Ooh,
this
that'll be a good
performance.
crowd. And the concert will be how long, round figure?
Well, 45 minutes,
Okay.
and afterwards we want everyone to come downstairs and join us for refreshments.
Okay.
The performance is free, but we are raising funds, so
Oh, yes, we
if they
forgot to
bring
talk.
if they bring a little donation, that would be nice. We're raising funds to take our students to Scotland. They've been invited to perform in an international youth arts festival in Scotland, and we need to raise some money to get them there.
Cost a lot of money. Cost a lot of money.
Take that many students, it costs a lot.
Right. And will you be going back to your hometown for that performance?
Well,
just-
we will be in Edinburgh, but we'll be housed at Stirling University, which is kind of in the center of Scotland. And then the performances are in 7 different cities. So
Oh my
the
God.
students will be bused to 7 different cities.
What a great
to perform,
opportunity.
To perform kind of pretty much all around the central area of Scotland. Yes,
Have you ever taken a group like that before?
never as far as Scotland. I took a group to Tennessee once, but
Okay. That'll be great. Well, if people want to help support that trip and see a wonderful performance, one more time, it's Sunday, February the 28th, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right across the street from us here at St. Mary's Catholic Church on 6th Street. Very
Right.
nice to finally met you.
and nice to be
And,
here. Thank you very much
Glad
for
you're
having
doing
us.
a wonderful job. You've got great example of great young people here.
Thank you.
Thanks much. That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next time, I'm Paul Dingeman. See you soon.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.